What's going on, y'all? This is Project X, and this is my On The Radar beat breakdown for It's Getting Hot by NLE Choppa. Let's get right into it. So I was in LA one day, back when I was living out there. I think this was 2 years ago. Choppa had reached out to me about a producer camp. And it's funny because I really don't even really be going to producer camps like that because sometimes it'd be too many producers just trying to show their beat off. But luckily when I put up, it was just three of us. It was me, Draco, and Superstaro, and Choppa. And as soon as Choppa walked in, he kind of already had the idea ready. And he was like, we got to sample this. We got to do the Hot in Here Nelly. He came in with the idea ready, amped up about it. So my boy Superstar, he went ahead and just chopped it up and stuff while we was in the studio, sent it over to me. I kind of threw a little idea with the drums on it. And Draco did what he did on it. We kind of took it back home and kind of did a little bit of post-production on it too to kind of just bring everything together. And it's crazy because that's one of the first records that we did and he was so quick to put it out too. So that's how that came about. Shout out to my boy Derek Milano, one of the most talented songwriters I've ever met in my life. Great peoples. He had a studio in LA and he had it all year. He let me pull up for a few days and met a bunch of amazing people, including Choppa. And we kind of just clicked. And my boy Section 8 was there too, another amazing producer. Shout out him. Loaded up a Section 8 beat as he was writing to it. I was kind of playing the piano. They had the piano on the side. And as I was playing while Choppa was writing, because he be writing, he don't go in and freestyle all the time and stuff like that. So while he was writing, I was kind of playing over the beat with the piano. And he was just fucking with it heavy. He's like, yeah, I need that. And I'm like, I got you, go ahead and record it. And I'm gonna go in after and just kind of, throw it on there. And since then, we just been locked in. He just liked the way I was thinking. It's funny because when I link up with Choppa, he don't never let me play no beats. Even if it's a beat that I'm confident about, he don't let me play no beats. He always come in with an idea like, hey, we gotta sample this, or I need something like this. I need a gospel vibe. I need an R&B vibe. I need a trap. I need old Choppa. Let's bring old Choppa back. Whatever it is, he don't ever let me play no new beats. I kind of just found myself kind of leaning more towards the beats when I would listen to music. Like I would only listen to the song because I love the beat so much, you know what I'm saying? So I used to, I remember Future dropped the album called Evil. And I remember my pops had bought me like an iTunes gift card, $15, and I went and bought the album. This was way before Apple Music and Spotify and shit. And I was listening to the whole album. I'm like, man, these beats is crazy. And from that point on, I just went ahead and did my own research. Came across Fruity Loops and people like Southside, Metro Boomin, Sunny Digital, and started doing more research. And I just slowly kind of just fell into the music stuff and just fell in love with it, really. When I started off, I was doing like plug type beats, like Mexico Dro, like Polo Boy Shawty, them peoples. 808 Mafia type beats. I was listening to a bunch of Future, but like I was tuned in with the underground scene back. This was back when it was like 2015, 2016. I'm talking about I used to put the plug tag in my beats, thinking I was one of them, but yeah. It's funny because, Project X, like my first name started with an X, right? My name is Xavier. But it's funny because when I first started, it was Papa X Beats. I don't know why. It was just my Snapchat name, Papa X. And I remember being in the studio with this artist that I used to work with, a local artist by the name of Kai. And he was in there doing tags for me. So he was like, Papa X Beats, and it ain't sound right. I'm like, you know what? My other boy that I was with, I forgot who, but he was like, you know what? Try Project X. That sound way harder. And it just clicked. As soon as he did the tag, I'm like, oh shit. And then I got it officially done by J Neutron. That's my tag, the J Neutron tag. But I ain't really been using it too much lately, but that's really how it came about. To be honest, man, I fuck with my beats way harder without the tag. Not that my tag is trash or nothing, but I feel like most songs I feel like all the best songs don't got a tag in it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it do, you know, depending on who you are, like it might, you know, you might be like a Jetson or a Metro Boomin or a Southside or a Wheezy, and they want to hear that tag. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, shit be hidden without it, I feel like. So my first major placement actually was a record called Work Too Hard with Zoe Dollars. And that record really did it for me. I remember he had reached out to me on Instagram DMs and he was just like, yo, send me your packs, your beats hard. And I don't know how he heard my beats, but sent him a pack. Boom, the Work Too Hard record came about. I remember I flew out to Miami to go work with him, and I ended up just staying in Miami for like 2-3 years. And that really kind of changed everything for me, like the trajectory of my career. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I knew like, okay, cool, I gotta keep going with this shit. Craziest place. I won't say crazy place, but probably school. I used to cook up, see, my pops used to hate the fact that I wouldn't like wake up early for school, so I would force myself to wake up in high school, go to school, not even go to any of my classes. I would be at school for like 6-7 hours just making beats in the lunchroom and ducking all my teachers that I was supposed to show up to in class because they would switch around and do like lunch duty and shit like that. So I would have to put my hoodie on and go ahead and make beats in the lunchroom, or I had to switch over to the library where it was quiet. You know what I'm saying? So that's really like probably the craziest place I made beats at. Top 3 go-to plugins. I've been fucking with a lot of Sky Keys. It's this new plugin I've been seeing. Saperbox and anything Valhalla. The reverbs, the delays. That's really like my go-to stuff. I don't really use anything else. Man, to be honest, I don't even send beats out no more, bro, because I'm one of them people that I just hate not hearing back from people. And after so many times, I'm just not gonna like, I'm just like, you know what, cool. Because the least you could do is just be like, but there has been times where I had people use my shit and not tell me, which is cool, but I'm one of them people, I gotta be in person with you, like, and just lock in and kind of have control of the session and just like, okay, we're gonna do this, like, it's just a slam dunk when you in the studio with the artist instead of just sending out and just not knowing if somebody use your shit or not. You know what I'm saying? Do's and don'ts. I'm gonna start off with a don't. I don't eat in the studio, like, especially in LA where people love tacos. You know, you come to the studio with some tacos and now the whole studio smelling like onions and shit. That's a don't for me. Or like when people come in and just ash on a table, on a studio table, whatever it is, like, especially when it's the ashtray, you know. And I would say, like, if you come inside of the middle of a session and it's people working already, don't come in with the energy that's like, yo, let me load up, let me place it. You know what I'm saying? We kind of working, kind of wait till it's like a open window for you to kind of just present yourself or present the opportunity to play your shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I gotta show love to Cash Cobain, especially since we here in New York, because the wave he had going on, super hard. Like, he really bringing it like kind of R&B with the drill drums. It's like, it sound amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't make beats like that, but I just love listening to it. You know what I'm saying? Every time I heard one of my favorite artists on one of them kind of beats, it just sounds so good. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta show love to Cash Cobain. That's my favorite wave right now. Honestly, my peers, like, I've connected with so many amazing producers and artists throughout the years, and just like, I feel like something new pop up every other day, whether if it's a new drop, new album, new single or not. And seeing my peers be able to just be involved in such great moments, that's just really what pushed me. Even at times where I feel like I don't want to do something, that day where I go in the studio, force myself to cook up, that might just be the one. It's been multiple times where I've gotten something out of a day where I just felt like I ain't want to, like, I just wanted to chill type shit, you know? Man, Don Toliver, that's like, he's one of them ones. I love his music, his artistry. I can't wait to be able to lock in with him. Travel. I say this all the time to the people in my Discord, people on my IG lives, whatever it is. You gotta travel because shit ain't really start popping off for me till I started traveling and meeting new people. And you go out to a new state, meet the engineers, producers, whatever, book a studio session. You might meet that one person who really fuck with you and might be like, hey, I know this person that might plug you in. Every person leads a new door to something new. So travel. A lot of people don't get to experience that or like meet new people and new opportunities because they just stay home and just want to cook up and send beats from the house all the time. So I just tell people travel, like no matter what it costs, however it takes for you to just make it happen, just travel because you're gonna make that money right back. You really just investing in yourself. All it takes is one beat for you to just make all that money back that you spent on the trip, plus more. So travel. Like I said, when Choppa came in, he had the idea already ready and didn't even give us a chance to kind of play any beats. He's like, man, this is the one, this is what I need. I don't know if he was listening to it before he came in the studio, but so I had my O kind of just break out the sample. We kept it really simple too, by the way. Didn't want to overdo it. This is what Choppa wanted, so I'm just like, okay, cool. OG sample. I don't know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Kind of had a few chops. O was amazing at chopping samples, by the way. My boy Superstar, shout out to him. So after we had the chops, we kind of just dove right in with, simple drums. Let's dive right into the drums. I kept everything in one pattern, but later on throughout the process, we kind of just broke everything down and just enhanced everything a little bit more. But this is the original project right here. So the 808s right here, I think this is just a regular spins 808, nothing too crazy. I kind of just kept it with the original bass pattern. We kept trying to pitch everything up and down, but just Choppa just wanted it like exactly how it was, same pitch, and he wanted to keep it simple. Like he already had an idea written to it, I think it was. So I'm like, okay, cool, let's just, bring it to life. Yeah, so usually I work in an 8-bar loop, but for some reason, this one, we just kind of kept it a 4-bar. Boom, let's, simple hi-hats. Kept it very simple. Very simple, you know what I'm saying? It's not all about, for me, it was never all about trying to be the most spontaneous producer and just like, you know what I'm saying? I like locking in with the artist in person because I like just hearing what they need. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about what I want. It's about what they need for them, for their idea. You know what I'm saying? So then I love this snare. This is one of them OG like Lex Luger type snares. Like it just hit it. It's just exactly what I needed for this record. Kicks, very simple kicks. So usually the way I structure my beats though, I kind of do, cause I usually work in an 8-bar loop. So in this case, I got, kind of the hook right here. Boom, this is the intro. No, actually I forgot, we had the intro. We had added in the intro. But usually I work in, like, this would have been the hook, verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, hook. Like, that's just how I work. I've done the same, the same structure for all of my beats. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's worked for me every single time. But let me load up this other project with the final product because, we took it back home. My boy Superstar, I call him like the super glue, the way he just glue everything together and just make everything he really fills in the spots where it just needs to be taken care of and makes everything just sound fuller. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about O, like he's real. I love the way I love working with O because the transitions, the breakdowns he be doing, like the little fills and stuff that he be doing. He just, like I said, he's like super glue. He just wrap everything together. You know what I'm saying? He just adds in fills that I would have never even thought of in the original beat. So you feel me? Like he just give it an extra like oomph. He just enhance everything, bro. Like I work so good with Superstar. Draco too, shout out to him, man. Like we just, whenever Choppa got an idea, he kind of just put us all in a group chat and we just all figured out together, send ideas together. You know what I'm saying? Even if we in the studio and work on something in the studio, boom, we still working on it like a week or two later, you know, at the crib, just kind of just enhancing it a little bit more every day. So it's crazy because the energy we had that night at the studio, it was just crazy. Like I knew that we all knew this song was gonna go up. And the sample too, it's just nostalgic. It kind of just keeps the you know moment with NLE and Pharrell alive, and it brings more, you know, more of an audience to it, like for the newer generation, for the people that don't know the record. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the people that's like, damn, what sample is that? Okay, cool. Like shit, this is the type of shit my mama was listening to, my pops. You know what I'm saying? So me and Top have been doing a whole bunch of these, you know, a whole bunch of cool, just bringing it back. You know, one of these days he might fuck around, drop an album with all samples. You never know. But yeah. Oh yeah, it was a great session, honestly. And it was like, honestly, it was the first song that we did really linking up, like in our own session, like just me and him, the bros, and boom, this is the first song that we did, dropped it like a week or two later, did a whole video, and it's been doing it. Honestly, it's my first gold plaque too. It got me my first gold plaque, which I'm super grateful of. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to be a part of this record and work with these producers and artists like Choppa, it's a blessing, really. You know? And yeah, we're gonna wrap it up like that. Thanks for watching my On the Radar beat breakdown for It's Getting Hot by NLE Choppa. This Project X, you know, shout out On the Radar.